Lysenko countered. "We have female soldiers in our army." "Do you think the blonde is a warrior?" queried the young soldier. Lieutenant Lysenko scratched his chin, reflecting. He had not considered the possibility of the woman being a warrior, and he mentally chided himself for his neglect. An officer could not afford to overlook any eventuality. The mission's success and the lives of his squad depended on his perception and judgment. "Orders?" Gronzi questioned him. The 5 soldiers were concealed behind trees and brush a few yards from the edge of the forest, from the end of the field. "Move back," Lysenko instructed them. "You know the drill, and remember, General Malenkov wants a live prisoner. We will take the blonde." "And the other 2?" Gronzi mentioned. "Kill them," Lysenko directed. The quintet melted into the foliage, Gronzi and the young trooper drawing their bayonets as they blended into the bushes. The unsuspecting women neared the tree line, the blonde in the lead. Her alert green eyes scanned the forest, probing for mutates, mutants, raiding scavengers, or any other menace. She detected a slight movement deep in the trees and stopped. "Is something wrong?" asked one of the women behind her, a brunette wearing a faded yellow blouse and tan pants. "I'll tell you what's wrong," quipped the third woman. She was exceptionally slim and wore a blue shirt and pants, both garments having been constructed for her by the family weavers. "Sherry's a warrior." "What's that have to do with anything?" inquired the brunette. The third woman ran her right hand through her black hair. "Warriors are walking bundles of nerves," she said. "They have to be in their line of work. She probably heard a twig snap and can't decide if it's a bunny rabbit or a monster." "Quiet," Sherry declared. "Give me a—" The black-haired woman started to speak, but the brunette gripped her right arm and motioned for silence. Sherry raised her MAC-10, listening. All she could hear was the breeze rustling the leaves of the trees, an unusually warm breeze for an October day. The leaves were red and yellow and orange, resplendent in their fall colors. She couldn't see anything out of the ordinary, but her intuition was nagging at her mind, and over the years she'd learned to rely on her feminine intuition. It was seldom wrong. "Shall we return home to the home?" whispered the brunette. Sherry bit her lower lip and glanced over her right shoulder at the home. Blade's orders had been specific. Escort a pair of novice healers into the forest and guard them while they searched for wild herbs. The assignment was far from critical, but how would Blade react when he learned she'd aborted the search because of a vague, troubling premonition? She decided to proceed, but cautiously. "We'll keep going," she informed the pair behind her, "but stick close to me. Don't wander off." The brunette nodded. The third woman rolled her brown eyes skyward. Sherry advanced toward the woods. She could feel the comforting pressure of her Smith & Wesson .357 combat magnum in its holster on her right hip. Somewhere in the depths of the northwestern Minnesota forest, a bird chirped. Sherry paused when she reached the end of the field, peering between the trunks of the trees and into the shadows of the pines. "Let's get this over with," said the black-haired woman. Like the brunette, she was 20 years of age. Unlike the brunette, she had applied to become a healer at her mother's insistence and not due to any innate sense of altruism. Sherry stared at the impatient neophyte. "When I tell you to be quiet," she informed her, "you'll shut your mouth or I'll shut it for you. Understand?" The black-haired woman bristled. "Who do you think you are, talking to me like that?" "As you pointed out," Sherry said, "I'm a warrior, Claudia, and as such in times of danger, what I say goes." "Danger?" Claudia scoffed. "What danger? We're going to be molested by a moth?" "Claudia!" the brunette spoke up. "Sherry's right and you know it." "Nobody tells me what to do, Jean," Claudia snapped. Before Sherry or Jean could intervene, she angrily stomped into the forest. Jean stepped up to Sherry. "Don't take her outburst personally. Claudia's upset because she knows she won't be accepted as a healer. Our apprenticeship, our probationary period, it's over in a week, and there's no way Claudia will be certified." Sherry watched Claudia disappear behind a broad pine tree. Why did the elders even accept her as a trainee? She's too damn immature to be a healer. Jean shrugged. "You know the elders. They probably wanted her to at least have a chance at it." "And her mother is real close to Kant, and Kant was the elder who recommended Claudia for healer status," Sherry stated. Jean seemed shocked by the implication. "The elders would never allow anyone to unduly influence their judgment."